Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Finds his tight end. Hits him with a stiff arm. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And it's been that kind of day so far for this offense, guys. This quarterback has never had an opportunity because he keeps getting sacked. That now already the 4th sack of the game. We're only in the second quarter. I guess the only good news, he hasn't turned it over yet. He hasn't been forced to throw the ball up into coverage, into a bad spot. He's been good about just eating the football, but they've got to find a way to find some rhythm here in the passing game moving forward.
The defensive front had that one spelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backwards.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
And the Pirates need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Martin back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Glover. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, and they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you could.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
The Pirates will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Gives them a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Jordan. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Here he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute right now.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this back staying on track
split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit. Boom. Hits the ball. Not only hits the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Martin will throw it. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option, the give. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Fullback's got it. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Got a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point that seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to...
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Got a man. It's Simmons. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Martin back to pass. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and take it back. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Quarterback making checks. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He's got it on the outside. All by himself down the middle. All out of space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coach
And the Warhawks will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Got room to work. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor... Keep it going. The give to the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Hard running there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UL Monroe's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Catch in the middle, it's Preston. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Warhawks will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To throw, time running short in the half. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt you get on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Showing the arm strength to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going to the ground. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure coming. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end of the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Breaks the tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the ground, it's Jordan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And the return man is stopped, and now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Let's go. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here we go. Ready. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Looking left. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Pushes ahead. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it's up and no good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the
wide open spaces. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Warhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the single running back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Just a short pass to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know.
The Razorbacks will put total leather and will get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Ohio State's offense will get first crack at it today. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
And this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they face, they play great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. And I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Fourth and one, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far, because 5 straight runs. They ran on first, second, third, and fourth down, and they just did it again. So right now, they're trying to be the more physical side.
Smashes ahead. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
So now it's second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. To the air, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways. Still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important, because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to run for it. He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a fourth down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
And the Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Ready?
Now on second down.
Single, single.
They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. It's a seam wide open. The 40. He's at the 30. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, many points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half, you're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make the play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got to get to the line. For this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move and looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Cradles it at the 35. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's a running room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
As a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
To throw, it's Orji. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The sure hands, it's Pryor. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, and he's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The option look. Quick toss. Turning on the Jets. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Going to the run. It's Jordan. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Orji. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Hallelujah. Thank goodness this offense finally gets something together, something positive. It's been a day full of a lot of...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pryor. Clock stops and we reach the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Makes a man miss.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Orji. Complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Can't make the connection. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up.
The Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Buckeyes offense will start this game off. Making side adjustments here. The give from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Inside the 15. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you use a...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will go to work for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a game.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jordan. At the 35, he's loose. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback adapted. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's a heat. Got enough space. And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he made the extra point without problem. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Just keeps moving. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds his man. It's White. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. First down, 10 yards to go. it's Underwood. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains away and incomplete the defensive back, staying in phase and batting it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Finds a little space. Turning it on. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
They boot it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. 1st down here for the offense. Run the gun. The running back has it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Quarterback gets the 1st down. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The inside handoff. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Gets it out fast. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coach. And the Mountaineers will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for space. It's Jordan. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Underwood. The short hand. It's White. At midfield, he's got room. Room to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So West Virginia's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got him downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He lost one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
West Virginia, 0.
First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to him again. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Caught behind the line. It's Smith. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On the run, it's Jordan. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Wilson will throw. Got it in the middle, it's Payne. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On the move, it's Jordan. Got enough for the first. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Still on his feet at the 40. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the tailback. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Underwood. He's got his man across the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give on the option. Oh, a lot of space. Really. To pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job on the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And some room to work. There he goes. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Wilson to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. Makes a move. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Grabbed in the middle, it's Singleton. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line, first down. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown.
Gonna take a shot. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wilson will throw. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it just in time. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wilson to pass. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that, just consistent.